Hello again and welcome back to our course on Outlook 2013. In this section we're going to look at how to make a meeting a recurring meeting. And the example I'm going to use is that after we've reviewed the presentation in relation to the marketing initiative in our meeting that's scheduled for Friday, I'm going to set up a regular Monday morning team meeting to follow up this marketing initiative project. It's going to be for myself and Steve and Sally, and we may invite somebody else from one of our clients later on. For the moment it'll be the three of us though, and I'm going to aim to do it every Monday morning from 10 till 12. Now, we've already seen how to create a meeting. There are in fact a number of ways of creating meetings in Outlook 2013. Let me go to next Monday, that's Monday 11th. That's 10 o'clock on Monday. Rather than saying new meeting and then filling in the details, I can actually drag over the time for the meeting, so I can cover that 2-hour period, then say new meeting, and automatically the new meeting comes up with that start date and time entered. Now I need to invite both Sally and Steve. On this occasion they're both required, so I'm going to select both names and click on required. Click on OK. Now the subject, I'll keep the location as my office, and what I'm going to do on this occasion is to make this a recurring meeting. Making it recurring is very straightforward. In the options group on the meeting tab there is a recurrence button. Click on recurrence and it brings up an appointment recurrence dialog. This dialog is a pretty straightforward one. The first section is the appointment time. We've already got the correct start and end time for our 2-hour meeting. Obviously we can change these settings if we need to. The middle section deals with the recurrence pattern, and you can choose daily, weekly, monthly or yearly recurrence, and you can choose multiples of those. So if for example I wanted the meeting every 2 weeks, I would select weekly, but then I would say that I want the meeting every 2 weeks and not every 1 week. Well, for the moment I'm going to make it every 1 week, and maybe when the project gets going I may change that frequency to perhaps to 2 weeks when it needs a little bit less close attention, or when the day-to-day management is doing more of the work that's needed. And then I can also say which day of the week or which days of the week I want it to recur on, because I could have this meeting say on Mondays and Thursdays for example, so I'd have 2 meetings a week but every week, or I could have 2 meetings a week but fortnightly. So you can build up a suitable recurrence pattern using the recurrence pattern section in the middle. The lower section basically says how long does this go on for. The first option, no end date, means it goes on forever. You can say ends after a certain number of occurrences, or you can say that it's going to end by a certain date, perhaps the project end date. Well, I always like my projects to have an end date. This particular project is going to run till the end of the year, so if I select end by, go into the date picker, maybe I'll choose a Monday a little bit before Christmas, and I'll make that my end date. That's my appointment recurrence dialog completed. Click on OK. Now all of the recurrence information I've included there will be included when I send this invitation to Sally and to Steve. I've included all of the information I need except for one thing, and that is in the tags section on the ribbon on the right there is a high importance button, and I'm going to set this weekly meeting to be a high importance meeting. It's very important for this marketing initiative that this weekly meeting not only takes place but that everybody is there. So I'm going to click on high importance, and when they receive that invitation they'll see that it is a high importance meeting request. Notice the recurrence is described down here, because every Monday effective March 11th until December 16th from 10 till 12. So click on send. Now for me, of course, the meeting is in my calendar already, and if I step through the weeks of the year from now on, I'll see that recurring meeting. And if you look at the meeting in the calendar, you'll see that little recurrence symbol in the bottom right hand corner. That tells you that it is a recurring meeting. So that's how to set up a recurring meeting. I'll see you in the next section.